Welcome back, everybody. This is our first science department meeting for September, and I thought that perhaps this might be a better use of our first meeting time, because so much of the meeting is just informational, and so this way, making a screencast for you to watch when it's convenient for you in our busy back to school week, I thought this might suit our purposes better. So the agenda, the items that I'm going to cover in this meeting, just why I chose to make a screencast, books, safety, equipment, flow of information, some opportunities, the science website where if you want to order, the ordering forms live, the timetable, and again, ordering, probably the meat and potatoes of really why we care about this meeting. So the screencasting is what we talked about last year at the Flip conference. Both Jacques and Murray have a copy of Camtasia 8, and if you're interested in screen capture software, this might be something that you want to consider. So I thought this might be a way to highlight that for you, this using screen capture software, Camtasia. As well, as I mentioned before, I thought this might be a more efficient use of our time. So books, if you are short on books, and last year we were short for Science 9, so if you're short on books, let me know ASAP, or you can let Mark Watson know, but we need to order those as soon as possible to get them in for you. As well, if you're considering ordering the soft covered workbooks that some people sell for junior science, Science 8, 9, and 10, remember that that is on your job list to do. You have to collect the money and then make a deposit with Judy. And just a reminder that it's probably makes a lot more sense and makes it easier for everybody to collect the money first before you give them the workbook. Otherwise, we're chasing the students around at the end of the year, and we all know what a headache that is. So just a couple of reminders. We have some new people to the department, so welcome to Natalie, to Shane, and to Rick, who was just recently hired. But just some reminders. First one, just about we have had a couple of little guests who live in the back storeroom with us before, and so to minimize the comfort of their stay, please store anything edible, even beans, the dried beans, in a tightly glass container. They will eat through the cardboard, and try to minimize any food debris left behind in your classroom and in the back storeroom. Just a reminder about the back storeroom that because the way the maze of the science rooms with the storeroom that is the hub, that if you go through one classroom to get to the other side, please make sure that the doors, all the doors, are locked, because this way a student could gain access to another teacher's classroom. So for what you keep your personal items, for tests, exams, you want to keep those secure. So if you're going to leave your classroom to go down to the office or wherever, and you leave your classroom door either unlocked or open, please make sure that this door to the back storeroom is locked. As well, we want to minimize or not at all is the best option, putting students in the back storeroom to write tests. Last thing on safety, goggles and aprons. Let me know if you do not, if you are in a lab, right? We have 4 labs, and then Murray's, mine, and Jacques. This is my great map drawing skills, right? All these labs should be fully equipped with aprons and goggles. So let me know if you're in one of these labs and you don't have that, and we can arrange to order some for you. Equipment woes. We are one of the biggest departments. We have the largest number of individuals, peoples in our department, and we have to share our limited amount of equipment. So this, without a doubt, always leads to some frustration and disappointment that you can't access the equipment you need the second that you want it. And this is just part of sharing with a large number of people, and we have to also accommodate the fact that not everybody is in a full-time lab, and so I think we've all experienced the frustrations and the challenges of this. So just a reminder to be patient and to be willing to share, and just remember that if you are using somebody's equipment that they have in their room, and it's not theirs, but they have put it in their room, they've ordered it and they've organized it, to let them know that you're going to use it, or the asking when would be a convenient time to use, getting it back in a timely fashion, and in good 100% the same condition, to reduce the stress of trying to find equipment. As well, if you have broken equipment that needs to be replaced that you rely on, then you would need to let me know that you would like to order a new one. And if it's something that's very expensive, then we have to factor that in over the years, over a 5-year or a 3-year plan, depending on the expense of that item. But again, our ordering is coming up, so as you go through your classroom and you notice something that's broken and you know that it's really important, then by all means you want to make note of that, and we can make a consideration to see if we can afford it right away in the short term, or if in the long term we can order it. Flow of information for those of you that are new to the school. We have curricular leader meetings once a month, and we had those last year even with the job action. And this is a great way to relay information. So if there's something that you have on your mind, something that you would like to share, either a celebration or a concern or a challenge that you're experiencing, then you can communicate it to me, and I take it to the curricular leaders meeting, and we discuss it at our roundtable meeting. As well, I try to relay any information that I receive at the curricular leader meeting that I think would be pertinent and useful to you. And so I'll usually give you an email asking any items to share for the curricular leader meeting that is coming up next week. And then if you have anything, you can just send me an email and let me know, or if you think of something when you see me, you can just let me know as well. Last item I'm going to share here, if you are or have considered blogging yourself to maintain a professional teacher blog, or you are considering or have considered getting your student blogging and you'd like to know how to do this, we're going to have a collaborative session coming up. So it would happen during the school day, and so I'm looking for a small group of people that we could collaborate together and talk about how to start up and what you would blog about and how to go about that. So if you're interested, if that opportunity interests you, let me know, and we're going to try to work to find some days, but let me know ASAP, because we want to keep the group small, opportunity for 4 or 5 teachers to work together in a collaborative team. Okay, and now we're going to go out to the website and have a look and see what is out there. So on the agenda, there was the website address, and here we are out at the website. Just going to show it to you. It is OKM Science dept.weebly.com. I also thought it might be useful for you to see a Weebly. If you're thinking of moving your website or building a website, a Weebly site is very easy, quick, user-friendly. Our first-class websites are no longer going to be maintained, and we're going to transition, but I don't think the new websites are going to be available just yet. So in the interim, or if you want to build a website that you're going to use, Weebly might be a consideration for you. And I just will show you what I placed here and mention the ordering procedure. So the science department blocks, just FYI, if you're looking for a classroom or you just want to know what everyone else is teaching, they are living here. And the TBA, this is Rick, who was hired for Van, and as you know, Van has gone, lucky Van, to Bermuda. So here it is, just FYI. If you need school supplies. Central Stores is hosted the website. It lives on our School District 23 website. But FYI, it's a very outdated catalog. You have to search through it to find the catalog numbers, and there's not really a great description there, so you kind of have to know what you're looking for to find it. So if you want to order things such like glue stick, scissors, rulers, this is a great place to order them. And distilled water, glass slides, things like this. And this is a Google form. If you're not familiar with it, it's super easy. You are going to enter your name, and you can just put your last name if you want, or you could put your first name and I'll know who you are. Then if you could just tell me the quantity of items. So if you wanted 12 glue sticks and then a comma, and you want 12 scissors, and you want, what else can you get here? Copybooks. Let's just pretend you want 220 copybooks, and so on. And then you just hit submit. This will show up for me in one little table, and it will be really easy for me to put together this order. If you're more comfortable going to Walmart to purchase your school supplies because you like to see them, by all means, you can do that. Just make sure you bring back your receipt that is itemized, that shows the actual items that you've purchased, and we can submit that to Judy for reimbursement. So that's school supplies. For science supply order, this is a little more complicated. There are two options for you. You can either go to the website of the science supply store. New Horizons is out of Vancouver. It's probably the least expensive, but it is not an extensive company. They don't have everything you would need. You would probably have to go, if you're looking for really specific stuff like Jacques, usually shops elsewhere. Boreal took a long time, and their ordering last year seemed not so great. So not really happy with them. And then there's Spectrum. If you need supplies from a science supply, what you need to do is download this form. It's just a table, and then you need to type in your specific items that you would like me to order for you. Then I can put together the order. Please, 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 if you can itemize them, i.e. give me the order number, it is much easier for me to put together the order. If you don't really like shopping on a website and you want a book with paper, then please come drop by. I have a big stack of supply books in my classroom that I'm happy to let you utilize, and sometimes that's just easier. So you need to download this, either complete the form with pen and then return to me in person, give me the paper, or fill it in and then email back to me so I can put together one order for all of us to go. I would like a tighter turnaround time this year because we did have such a delay, and I find if you don't get it done right away, then I think everybody gets busy, including the supply companies, and it takes a long time for us to get our order. So I'm looking for the second Friday back. So you're getting this heads up a little early. So maybe you, as you go into your classroom and set it up, you want to start thinking of things that you would like to order. For the central store supply, I would like to put that order in this first Friday, or the first Friday back. So again, as I said, we're not having a department meeting. Maybe during the time that departments are meeting, you could put together this order, whatever it is that you would like to order. Just posted an article here, the last thing. I thought it was kind of inspiring about reminding us that science is more about the questions, the things that we don't know, rather than the things that we do know. So if you like reading inspiring articles about science, then this would fit that bill. So I hope this worked, and I'd be happy to hear feedback from you. And by all means, if this doesn't work, if this is not the most effective means to have a meeting about informational matters, then by all means, we don't have to do it. This is just a trial. Okay, hope that helped.